That's right, folks. Our very own Neal Matheson has released his first book called Halftime Adjustments, Making Game-Changing Moves in Faith, Family, Finances, and Beyond. I think you guys should each pick up a copy of this book on Amazon and support Neal and leave him a good review. I know we have some other personal friends who have written books, and any of the reviews that are left are very helpful for visibility and things like that. So let's help support Neal and get him some big publicity for his new book. And congratulations to Neal on the release of this. My husband and I went to lunch over the weekend, and we sat at the bar because the restaurant we went to was so packed. So we were chit-chatting with the bartender. Her name is Sarah. And Sarah was talking with some other customers there at the restaurant and just kind of catching up with them. They were the regulars. And we happened to hear that she had just gotten her real estate license within the last, 6 months or so. So my husband started asking her a couple of questions just about what brokerage she had chosen, why, and that kind of thing. And we were just chit-chatting. And one of the things she asked us is what kind of advice we would have for being successful in real estate. Of course, we told her, keep at it, don't get discouraged, ride the waves, all the things. But one of the things that we didn't get too far down the road on that I think is super important that I wanted to chat with you guys about is understanding a house. And I think that is so overlooked by people. Everybody is so concerned about getting their social media right and getting their lead generation system right and getting their CRM system set up that sometimes people forget to understand the structure of a house. It seems totally obvious to know about houses, but for real, do you know what components are in a roof besides the shingles? Do you know about the boots? Do you know about the sheathing? Do you know about drip edge and flashing and the valleys and all of the things that are included to compose a roof? Are you educated enough to answer your clients' questions when they do have questions that are not readily available on a property disclosure? Do you know what questions to ask? I would educate yourself on that, even if it's just a quick YouTube video, or you can call our friend Steve at Georgia Pine Home Inspections and ask him any questions because he would be happy to help you. What about HVAC systems? What do you know about them? Do you know the difference between gas and electric besides just knowing that fact and how they affect your bills? Do you know about heat pumps? Do you know about blowers? Do you know about the filter systems? Do you know about duct cleaning? Educate yourself on these systems because it's one of the most expensive things somebody has to replace besides a roof. What about plumbing systems? Do you know the difference between PVC, PEX, copper, polybutylene? Do you know what all of these things are? Please educate yourselves on that, especially with polybutylene, because it can be a big issue for people to get homeowners insurance, and then it can be a very devastating event when the pipes fail, because they will fail at a certain point in time. It's not an if, it's a when with polybutylene. But if you are unsure about any of those things, again, just do some research and educate yourself about pressure regulators and why water pressure needs to stay between a certain level. And do you know what those levels are? Under 80. Free tip. Of course, by no means am I suggesting that you are an expert in all things. However, I think the more we all know, the better we are for our clients, and the better we are for our clients, the more referrals we get. So ultimately, it's just building your own business through education. I would say in the next week or two, I think it'd be great for each of us to go to a home that is outside the realm of a normal budget that you work within. So if your clients are normally buying between $400,000 and $600,000, maybe go do an agent preview on an $800,000 or $900,000 home so you can understand the finish differences, construction differences, see if there is anything. Is there anything different in the higher price points? And you can then have that point of conversation with your clients if and when it comes up. During that tour, I think you should play a game with yourself that says, what does the inspector say? So find a couple of things that the inspector would pick up. Find a few things that are maintenance items that you could pick up and that you could share with the buyer if they were to ask. Our market does not need more people that just open doors. Our market needs more people who are true professionals. And so I'm going to challenge you this week to find out something about houses that you didn't know last week and just educate yourself on one more level so that we can elevate our knowledge and our experience. I hope that you guys have a great week, and I hope that you are filled with nothing but joy and happiness in the coming days, and that your real estate business is blessed. So I will see you next week.